If you're looking to keep your whole body warm in the late season, you might want to check out what I have in the box. Thanks for joining me. I'm Jase at Jase Outdoors, and this box contains something I'm excited about trying because my feet especially have always been the biggest problem in the woods, and I'm hoping that this will just keep my whole body warm. It's a parka that can go full length that covers your feet as well, made by IWOM, Inner Warmth Outer Mobility. I'm going to just show you what's in the box here, and it's probably going to be a little hard for me to show you here in the studio, so it's pretty darn cold outside, so we'll take it outside and give it kind of a real life test. You got some papers here, so there is instructions, your receipt, some brochures just showing you all the features, how it becomes a parka and how you can carry it on your waist. So we'll go over all that. Some more brochures, and holy cow. Oh, and they give you a hat too. Sweet. Just open this up here real quick. We have some more literature here. Wow, this is very good quality. It's very nice material. It's heavy. I have no doubt that this thing is going to keep you warm. But like I said, it's really hard for me to kind of do this in here, so let's take it outside. Well, as you can see, this thing packs up very nicely into itself. It's got its own pocket. I'll go over that in a little bit once I wrap it up to show you how to do that. That's about as far as I got with this. I have not unpacked this yet, or have I even tried this on yet. So we'll see what it's like putting on for the first time. As like anything, I'm sure there's a little bit of a learning curve to this. The more you do it and put it on, the easier it's going to get. But I haven't got a chance to do that, so we're going to do it now. It Velcros right here. You're just going to basically unwrap itself. I still have the tags on it, but find the zipper and make sure that that is open when you put this on, and you're basically going to put it on just like a pullover. And I got a little lost in there. Okay. So, zippering this thing back up. Oh, it's got a nice little like inner hood that fits nice and snug to your head, and then it has another hood with a kind of a lid on there, and it looks like it zippers. Oh yeah. Oh, it's got a little oh, that is nice. It feels really nice. That's super comfortable. Oh yeah. That's awesome. And then you got some pockets here that are, oh wow, they're really, really deep. I haven't even got to the bottom yet. Big, deep pockets. I mean, it comes all the way up to about here. So you have like an inner sleeve here with a thumb hole, and then at your wrist you have Velcro straps to make that nice and tight there. So this inner lining traps your body heat in there as well as your scent. So you'll have a little bit of scent control with this, but this just really keeps your body heat in. And with the sun is kind of out today, it's not frigid, but it is kind of cold, and I guess I'm just working up a little bit of sweat putting this on, but I have no doubt that this thing is super warm. And then, oh yes, it's got like a hand warmer pouch here. It's super padded, and it's nice and tight around here, so it really kind of forms to your wrist to keep all the heat in, and it's so cozy in there. I don't know how to explain it. It's just, if you've ever tried, you know, those hand warmer pouches, it kind of feels just like that. And digging a little further, there's another big pouch right here that has a zipper, and then that as well is a nice deep pocket. Well, it goes way down there. But this hand pouch is super awesome. Man, you put some hand warmers in here, I don't think you'd be getting cold with this. That feels really nice. I think that's about it. So let's get this thing. So you drop the rest of it all the way down, and then I think they recommend to sit down and get your feet in there. And that way it's just easier to bend over and zipper this thing up. This feels very cuddly, you know, like a nice big sleeping bag. Especially just sitting in the snow. This feels really good. I gotta take this off actually. But I absolutely love this hand pouch. I typically don't like to wear gloves when I'm archery hunting, just because I like to feel my release in the bow. I typically just would have something like this on actually, so my fingers are open, and to be able to just have them in there is so nice and warm in there. Like I said, if you really had to, you throw in some hand warmers in there, and I don't think I'm gonna get cold there. But the biggest problem for me has always been my feet, and it's very padded down there, and it's very thick. With this trapping your body heat all inside there, I would like to think that it is going to keep your feet pretty darn warm. However, I can't really get a good gauge on that right now, but I have to give this a full-blown test in the woods. I just wanted to be able to show you guys how this thing works. My biggest question that I have at the moment is drawing a bow and being able to shoot. The only thing that I think I would see is you really have to make sure you got this all tucked in here nicely. And for me, it would just be this spot right here. I would worry about my string hitting this, but I'm gonna have to give that a test as well. There is no doubt that this thing is gonna keep you warm. It is a bit heavy. I mean, it is good quality material, and even on the tag here it says it's 141 grams plus of thinsulate. So it is thick. It is a little on the heavy side, but the way that this thing rolls up and packs out nicely, just wrap it around your waist. You know, if you have to drag a deer out or something, you certainly don't want to be wearing this because you'll probably roast in it. But the way that it packs up nicely, they definitely put some thought into this. Got the big deep pockets up here. You load that up with some hand warmers as well, but your hands will definitely want to stay in this nice little cozy pouch. That feels really nice. It fits well. I mean, I don't really know how else to explain it, other than I just feel like I'm rolled up in a sleeping bag right now. This is definitely going to come in handy on those single-digit days. So let's try taking this off, and I will show you how this thing rolls up. So we just do this in reverse order. We're gonna unzipper it. So you definitely want to practice this a few times. I can see how that would be helpful. I have to adjust this strap in the back. It was a little bit too tight there trying to get it off. They suggest laying this flat, making sure that the bottom is open so that all the air comes out. You're essentially going to roll this up like a sleeping bag. Put the hood, lay it on the chest, bring the sleeves back across to the chest, and then just start rolling it up real tight. And you'll feel all the air squeeze out of there. And then once you get to the end, there is this pouch right here. Hopefully you can see that. Get it all full of snow. But there's a pouch here with the Velcro. So this Velcro and the other end of the Velcro is here. So this essentially has to wrap all the way back around to come to these Velcro straps. It almost doesn't seem like it's going to be possible at first, but you just kind of stuff this in as you go and keep rolling it around, and eventually it's going to come up over. If you're having a really hard time getting it, then you didn't roll it tight enough. So you might want to back out and do it again. But if you just keep kind of shoving it in there like I do, you see all the air kind of popping out of there. And there's the Velcro. And it folds up into that. That's pretty handy. They definitely put some thought into this. And then you have your waist strap. And you're good to go. That's pretty cool. So I just wanted to jump back in the studio real quick. I have practiced a few times since doing that outside for the first time, and of course I learned some things. So you definitely want to practice with this thing a little bit, but I just want to show you what I've learned. And there's actually two different ways to put this on that's just a little bit easier, because I ended up getting kind of lost in there at first. So after you carry this in, you have your waist strap here. When you take this off your waist, right here on the ends, there's two little pockets on each side. You just want to tuck these buckles right into those pockets, just to keep them out of the way, and so you're not standing on them and ruin these buckles. So just tuck those in there. And to get it out, you just unhook your Velcro straps and you just unravel this thing. So here's two different ways of putting this on. I leave the zipper unzipped and getting in feet first. So you want to make sure your bottom is already open. Get your feet all the way to the bottom, and then you just stand up and put it on. And then sit down to zipper your bottom. Now I feel like that's the easiest way to put it on. It really doesn't take much effort to get it on that way. However, you almost have to take your boots off, I think, if you're gonna just get mud and dirt and water all inside when you bring your feet down through. So I don't know if that's practical out in a tree stand, but the other way that I found, basically just reverse that process, taking it off, and it's really easy. So the other way is come in from the bottom, but instead of trying to find your way through there like I did, but this time just run your arms up through the sleeves first, so this way you don't get lost. Just run your arm up through there, get your thumb in the hole, and then do this side. And then once you got that on, you just flip it up over your head and let it fall to the ground. This way is just a little bit harder because it gets all bunched up, but you don't have to take your boots off that way. So that's probably how I will be using it. And there you go. So it's a little easier. So you definitely want to practice it a few times before you take this thing out into the woods. A couple other things that I didn't mention before. So this is a heavy duty zipper, and it is waterproof. So water's not going to seep through your zipper, and all the zippers are like that. You have this big pouch here, which is super big. I mean, it almost goes up to my elbow. You can put, binoculars in there, whatever, some hunting stuff. Then you got these pockets. And this side here, so you have this zipper, and then inside that pocket there are two snap buttons there. So if you unhook those two, it gives you good access if nature calls and you have to go to the bathroom. You don't have to take this whole thing off again. You can just kind of figure it out. And then again, you have your side pockets here as well. That's zipper shut, and these are pretty deep, so you have plenty of space in here. And again, my favorite part is the hand pouch. That is so nice and comfortable in there. Another thing that I'd like to mention, this does have in the back here, it does have like a pad. You know, when you lean against the tree, it's kind of padded right here. And then underneath there, there is a slot for your tether strap to come out to connect yourself to the tree. So, of course, you want to be wearing a safety harness, and that allows you access to run your tether out the back. The only thing that I really have left that I want to see is shooting my bow with this on. I have not done that yet, and I just want to make sure that, you know, there's no contact with my string, that I'm not hitting any of this when I'm shooting. I definitely want to shoot this here and see. I actually got a target set up here, and this will be the first time that I'm taking a shot with this on. So coming to full draw, it does not look like anything is really in the way. You know, I do shoot with a slight bent elbow, as you should, and I look like I have clearance all the way through, but let's see if it hits anything. It hit something all right. I wasn't lying to you when I said I haven't shot this before. I think I might have just put a hole in it. All right, well, I was a little distracted there on that, and I didn't quite pay attention because I almost stuck the arrow right into the wall there. It kind of went through the target. I don't think that it made contact anywhere. No, definitely not. It does not hit my sleeve. It didn't hit my chest anywhere, so that should not be an issue with shooting a compound bow. And of course, you know, crossbow hunters or, you know, rifle hunters, that's not going to be an issue at all. The only thing, you know, with the hood up, maybe, I personally shoot with a kisser button, so if I can't feel that on the corner of my lip, then it just doesn't feel comfortable. So let's give that a try real fast. So you want to make sure that this is on nice and straight, it's not crooked. So your mouth fits right there, and let's see what this feels like. Yeah. Alright, so it definitely, it kind of gets my eye over here in the corner. I mean, it's shootable, but personally, I don't think I would be able to shoot with this up, so I'm probably going to have to keep this down. That might not bother you. Now, wearing this as just a parka, so you still hunters or ground hunters, or even if it's cold enough that you're, you know, just walking to and from your stand and you want to wear this, you don't want to try to walk in this. You will fall flat on your face. They put a lot of thought into this, so you can actually wear this just as a regular parka, and I'll show you how to do that. You're going to unzipper the bottom, you're going to step out of it, and then you're just going to kind of pull this up, kind of tuck it into itself a little bit here. And then I like to get the feet part up underneath there. And then right here is a cam buckle strap. So you just want to, you're going to pull this really tight. Make sure this is sitting up on your hips so it doesn't fall down. And then that'll give you more slack to pull here. And then just lock that cam. And now I'm just going to tuck that up in there some more. And now you just can wear this just as a parka. You still have access to your hand warmers and your big pockets. So, I just noticed that if you kind of leave the bottom out, it makes a nice little cushion when you sit down. You can sit right on top of it. But anyways, yeah, this thing, I feel like they put a lot of thought into it. I have no doubt that this is going to keep you warm in those frigid temperatures. Fortunately, I'm getting to this a little late. My surgery prevented me from being able to hunt the late season, so I will definitely be wearing this in the late season. One of the biggest things for me is, you know, my feet. So I'm very hopeful, and I do believe that this is going to keep your feet warm. I will provide links in the description for this, for their website. They also have tutorials on it if I didn't answer any of your questions you might have. There are several different models to choose from, and I don't think you'll be disappointed with this. For me personally, the only setback that I can see is just the amount of stuff that I carry. Trying to film my own hunts is already ridiculous. So for me, this is another thing to carry, but it does carry nicely. Once you roll this thing up and you put it around your waist, you don't really feel it back there. But if you're carrying tree stands, again, I have backpacks with camera stuff, tree arms, so I'll have to find probably another way to strap it onto my stand or something, because I won't be able to wear it around my waist. But other than that, I have no doubts that this thing is really going to come in handy in the late season. I thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time right here on Jase Outdoors.